Hello and welcome to the Dominion League Championship for Season 66 between hakha3 and Qsenoch. I'm joined on commentary by. Do you prefer Xander or Xander G? Because I know you have the.
I like Xander.
Okay, by Xander. So the standing situation is that Hakha is up by half a game. So if Hakha wins three, he'll finish still half a game up, and if Mick wins 3.5, then he'll finish half a game up. So those are the targets for the players in this match. We'll play a full 6 games regardless, but yeah. So have you got any thoughts on this first kingdom?
Yeah, I mean, Sack of Loot and Highway come out as being important cards.
Yeah,
Because Sack of Loot is the buy, and then uh, Highway's usually pretty strong if there's plus buy.
right. Um,
And you've got good draw with Mining Village and any of the 3 draw cards. Um,
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't really expect there to be any reason to take a vault,
yeah.
but yeah,
Uh,
Wayfair. I mean, I would abstractly, I would prefer Pilgrim to Wayfair, but Wayfair might come cheaper, so you might just end up with a bunch of
yeah.
Wayfairs. Mick with the turn one mint. I was wondering about that because with save, like you can actually like
You can also sheep the mint.
yeah, which you can also avoid like the super fail case where you draw like 2 coppers, 3 estates again, right? Like you, if you save a
Yeah.
copper here, you're guaranteed to see the mint, um, and the copper. I mean, you're gonna see your whole deck. Oh, but coin of the realm instead. Okay, Uh, that's interesting.
I can see it makes some amount of sense, but
I mean, I guess if you figure that like the odds if you specifically bottom decking mint and only hitting 2 again are pretty low. If you really want the coin of the realm, maybe that does make sense. Yeah. Haka
like
with the
Coin of the
turn
Realm
3
is a
mint.
really awkward village, but it will be important for sequencing because you're gonna want to get probably like Pilgrim or something early, and
Hmm.
then you're wanting Sack of Loot, and then when are you fitting the village in?
Right. Yeah, I mean, having the opportunity to pick one up is nice. I can definitely see the argument for going for that and just assuming you won't super low roll. Do you want a dismantle here? Do you think like you would end up playing with that, like to trash estates?
It feels really bad, but it might be necessary.
I was thinking, I mean, if you get 2 highways in play, it's just a you know
Oh
way of
yeah,
the goat
yeah.
or whatever. Like it's still not that's still not impressive, and there is enough draw that maybe you don't ever bother, but it's a consideration, I guess. Just get prize goat. That's the easiest
Oh
plan.
yeah, yeah. That's You just gotta be confident that you're just gonna get the prize go on the first sack of loot play,
That's
and then you
right.
don't have to worry anymore.
Yeah. I'm not actually sure. I wonder if prize goat is the best first loot to get here. I mean, it definitely could be. I'm thinking about like I don't know, depending on when what the timing is where you get the sack of loot, like maybe like figurehead or something, or possibly spell scroll.
Yeah, spell scroll could be interesting. It's just gonna be a struggle to hit 6 here. Like,
Yes,
after getting the mint early, it seems to be a problem.
right, right. Um, Haka might have the choice to just pop mining village for it here.
Yeah, I would consider if you draw a copper, the mining village, like the sack of loot seems like the key card to start getting a lead.
Right. I mean, it is a little bit awkward because you're gonna like you want the plus buy, but and you do want the payload, but the Sacral is gonna start adding stop cards at a pretty rapid
Yeah,
pace.
and the trashing in this kingdom is very awkward.
Right.
And I mean, you could get lucky and get like a duration treasure and then buy a mint to trash the rest of the copper, but that seems
Yeah, second mint. I don't
yeah.
know.
Yeah, that seems unlikely to be
Yeah.
the thing that happens.
Yeah.
Oh, that's 6.
I mean, I guess Haka could do it right now. Like, could buy a second mint right now. I don't think that's totally crazy because
Mm,
you can play the mints as sheep. It's not great, but it
yeah.
is. You'd end up with a 7 card deck. I don't know. It's a tough call. I might rather just take like a draw card or a highway. I guess the thing is, if you don't do it now, you're never gonna do it. So,
Yeah.
oh, goes for the
Well,
dismantle.
interesting. And then immediate collision.
Yeah, well, I assume it's the mint that's getting dismantled here.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, but they have a coin on the tavern mat. It doesn't matter. Uh,
Yeah, but I was just thinking like I would rather get like a mining village and a gold than a copper and a gold.
oh yeah. Yeah, I mean the mining village is desirable and you need the gold payload.
Yeah, and I don't really want to be minting the
Oh well
gold
that
particularly.
gets to 6, but um Sack of Loot is already doing things. Uh so I would expect that Hakka's a bit behind here.
Yeah. Sextant is a nice pull. Like there's still junk in the deck. I definitely like being able to just chuck those estates out of the way if possible.
It definitely is funny that Wayfarer gets the
Yeah.
cost 7 with Sack of Loot, and it's happening in the buy phase, so it's extremely awkward.
Yeah, I mean, once you have multiple buys, right? Like, and especially if you can get highways into play, that's not
Yeah.
really going to be an issue. But right now, yeah, it's pretty bad. Oh yeah. Wait, did Hako only mint 3 coppers? Or why does? Oh no, it's the extra copper from the
Yeah.
dismantle, right? Okay. Yeah, yeah. I'm with your
Second mint for
cubist here.
Ruby.
I want that. I want that mint.
Yeah.
You
I
can
mean,
even
you can't even really get the Sack of Loot out that frequently with how much junk's still in the deck.
yeah, and you can save the dismantle and still buy the mint. So you're gonna see your entire deck next turn, um, and uh, you can get your sack of loot then, and you won't really be any slower to like use it than it would have been otherwise anyway, not meaningfully. And you also get to. Oh no, wait, sorry. Yeah, yeah. You're very likely to see your entire deck. You do have to see the mining village first because you're gonna have the other mint in it. But if you do, you can dismantle the mint, one of the mints.
Yeah, I think save the dismantle and then buy mint makes a bit of sense.
Yeah, I really want that here.
Then you're almost certainly having your whole deck,
Yep,
unless mining village is on the bottom.
yep. Even if it is,
It's
um,
still fine.
do you do you? I guess I guess the one thing is you don't hit. Wait, what is in those 3 cards? Is there a Coin of the Realm in there?
And it looks like Hakha has 2 Coin of the Realm, and
Yeah, I just I
there's
think.
already been 5 buys of Coin of the Realm.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty wild. Oh, it was. Oh no, it's to his double estate gold. Okay, or is that right?
Yeah, because one of the estates was dismantled into a gold. So
That's
yeah,
right. That's right. That's
that
right. Okay,
tracks.
so like, yeah, I was gonna say if you do bottom deck the mining village, you don't actually hit 6. You just hit 5, which would have been unfortunate, but that didn't happen, so it's all fine. Wait, we're dismantling a state? Really?
Um,
I don't understand. Like, just wait
it
until you get a
seems
highway. And then...
counterproductive. It's replacing one card you don't want with 2 cards you don't want to see as often. Because like,
Yeah, I would rather. I would
I'd
rather.
almost,
Oh, sorry.
I don't know. I feel like I would almost sheep it instead. Because like, if you want a gold, you can just play mint. I don't know. Well, I guess no. It's like the estate turns into a gold and a copper. So
Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't want to mint a gold. I would
yeah,
dismantling the gold. I think would be reasonable. Then you get a draw card or a highway. Dismantling the mint also reasonable. Picking up another village. The I guess yeah. You had 2 mints and a dismantle, so you could dismantle 1 mint and then play the other one as a sheep and still
yeah,
hit 5. So I think that's probably what I would have done. Um, we're focusing a lot on Haka
yeah.
here. What is going on with Mick right now?
I guess I was just thinking so much about how Haka's gonna like find a way to catch up because
Right.
uh yeah, Mick is just going with the like already 3 pilgrims? I don't think Haka
No,
has
no,
one
2.
yet.
Haka
So
bought one last turn. But
okay.
Mick just got doubloons, which is not a good pull.
No.
It's a I guess it's a fine dismantle target, but Mick doesn't have a dismantle, so. Alright, surely here. Actually, Haka still doesn't have a sack of loot. But how much does it even matter for like next turn? Like how much are you gonna like get out of plus buy next turn? I don't know. I think I would still dismantle the mint into like mining village and then buy either a highway or another pilgrim. I guess the highway isn't doing a whole lot until you get the plus buy, so probably a pilgrim.
Yeah.
Dismantle gold to highway, save mint. You could do
Um
that. Oh my gosh. Alright, well, I guess we're getting that sack of loot.
yeah, I guess we're going for uh probably not a very highway focused strategy because that
Yeah.
is a lot of payload cards that
Yeah, for both players.
yeah.
I am surprised. I mean, I think there's still opportunity to get a bunch of highways using dismantle. Mint the sack of loot. Wow.
Okay. I'm starting to feel like this game is going to maybe not end with a bunch of highways because like
Yeah.
you have enough money to not need that discount to use all your buys on what you want.
Well, that being said, Mick could just buy like triple highway here if he wanted. He's got. I mean, he
Um,
doesn't. His draw isn't amazing. Yeah, double highway pilgrim
yeah,
maybe
that
is
could
better.
work.
The other thing, I do want the dismantle as Mick too. Like if I'm gonna get the highways, then I
Yeah.
want to hit 2
How
pilgrims and
many?
dismantle. Oh man.
Nick has still has 2 Coin of the Realm. Yeah, you definitely need at least 1 Pilgrim here, because otherwise you're not going to draw deck.
Yeah, pilgrim on
Um,
top is good.
and then
You don't
yeah,
really
if you
need a
start
village.
doing highways,
Oh, okay. Well, we're taking on. It is 3 coins on the mat, right? Oh no, it's just 2. I was okay. The display was bugged out for me. 2 is less than 3, so yeah. Maybe the play here is just going to be big draw, like treasure payload, ignore highway. I don't know. I feel like once you have a decent number of buys in your deck, the highways become substantially more efficient than just adding more draw, because like each highway is not a stop card, but also still gives you like 3 coins worth of payload if you have 3 buys.
Hmm.
So I still want highways, but
Yeah, I think you can start getting highways pretty soon, uh, because before the second sack of loot was added, uh, I don't know, you're gonna be like limited by buys and not
yeah,
the payload advantage. But now that Mick has two,
yeah.
that might change a bit where you can fit in some highways and still be working towards getting a bunch of points, like maybe a mega turn to end it.
Mick got Sextant was the first one, right? So Mick, in addition to the 2 second loot buys, also has the Sextant and a sword. So has 5 buys in the deck currently. Certainly plenty to take advantage of highways. But an
That
efficient.
was
Oh, sorry.
sorry, just that's a really bad hand for Haka on this turn.
Yeah, it is. The Insignia definitely put in some work for Mick.
Yeah, that consistency. Uh, when they're already ahead.
Mm-hmm. I will be interested to see. Yeah, is Mick going to pick up any highways here? Is Mick going to pick up the dismantle? You can just put a state on top and sextant it away.
Yeah.
I guess I can see Mick still wanting to pick up another Pilgrim to top deck. But
Yeah.
other
You
than
need at
that,
least one Pilgrim, maybe two, because you're getting two more stop cards by default.
yeah. Ooh,
And
figurehead.
Pilgrim is a net draw of two. Or it shrinks your deck by two,
Yeah,
what I should say.
it's a fancy smithy.
Yeah.
Um, it's a little bit of an awkward number of coins. Like you'd really like to have 25, right? To like
Yeah,
get
that
grab
would be
5/5s, but or 24 to grab like a mining village or a dismantle and some 5s. But I guess you can take
uh,
like maybe yeah, you can do a save.
you could try and instead of getting a Pilgrim, get a Wayfarer with a discount,
That's
but
true.
that could make the money look a little bit better. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you get
Highway
highway
dismantle.
dismantled. Yeah.
The only thing about if you have one highway, you
Well,
can't dismantle estates for free. That's the problem with that line. You really want 2 highways to go with your dismantle like minimum. But apparently we're not getting any.
oh,
We're
that's a
just
lot of
getting
draw.
draw. All right. Well,
I mean, that extra draw would allow Mick to potentially mint the sack of loot.
and then draw and play it. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Gain and play sack of loot is definitely nice. Although I would argue gain and play highway is better
Yeah.
so far as that goes. But I don't know. It's hard. It's hard for me to tell if Mick is approaching it this way because um, he thinks it's like overall more effective, or because he's like continually afraid of dudding?
I guess the other thing is this game is actually surprisingly close to ending because the coin of the realm is low, and now
Right.
there's only 2 pilgrims and 4 mining villages.
That's all the more reason to take highways if you're scared because you're not lowering piles.
Oh, despite getting all that draw,
Yeah, we didn't
it's
draw the
like,
deck. Mick didn't see. I think in those 5 cards there may be 2 pilgrims
yeah, that's a bit
minting the coin of the
unlucky.
realm. So Mick is
Yeah,
pushing
that's probably to
piles here.
deplete piles. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, there's already
still
3 point
balloons.
lead,
Oh.
but given that the last turn was a dud for Haka, you would expect that as
Oh
Mick
no,
that Haka would get a full turn.
man, the chalice didn't get into play either. That's, I mean, it's not like it would be
Which
amazing to
one?
see it this turn, but like you really want to get it out of the way. Oy, oy,
Um,
oy. Still,
only 4
though,
buys, I think.
did find the insignia. I wouldn't be surprised to see Mick top deck a couple of mining villages and then figure
Yeah,
like, yeah, you're gonna probably draw next turn.
I think I might get one. I would probably get one. Yeah, one province at least, just so that you can still lower
Yeah.
piles and not really
Yeah, I
worry
actually,
too much.
I mean, Mick already had 3 points from estates. I actually don't really think Haka is threatening to
Yeah, but you're
win here. I mean, you're
yeah.
probably fine to do it this way regardless. Um, you got 2 coins on the mat, so 1 mining village on top might be good enough. You could go with another mining village though, as opposed to the pilgrim. I don't know. I don't think, basically, I don't think that Haka would be able, if Mick hadn't taken that province and top decked like even top decked mining this mining village and another pilgrim, I still don't really think Haka would be able to get 2 mining villages, 3 coins to the realm, and like duchy estate or province. I don't think Haka has enough
Yeah.
gains.
I guess what I was thinking, I don't know if the same logic applies for what Mick did, but I think would be like, well, it's really awkward to just not be using all that money with how few buys I have, and it's kind of hard to for Haka to uh, catch up in points and you're still ahead on gains. I don't know. It's like it doesn't hurt how quickly the game ends and puts you in a slightly better position on points, but maybe that's just worrying too much about wasting money over doing the right thing.
I think I try, like, I think there's different kinds of end games that you can end up with, and one of them is like you have to anticipate multiple turns in advance, like how much reach you're going to have, and or at least you ought to try to anticipate that, and thus like you want to secure like a points position relative to your opponent. But when you're not in that situation, and when it's basically like you just have more reach than your opponent, I think it's, and like they don't have the capacity to like get a large amount of points at once where that's going to put you in an awkward spot. I think it is like often correct to minimize as much as possible how much green you're putting into your deck, just so that you know minimize your risk of having a bad turn. I mean, in this case for Mick, I think top decking, having 2 pilgrims already top decked, top decking another one, top decking 2 mining villages, and although actually he's gonna have to discard, but and having the 2 points in the mat, it's like it's really hard to see how Mick has a bad turn. So I'm sure it's fine, but um, in response to John's, I mean, to be fair, I also wanted a dismantle, and then dismantle would like give you more gains that you could use the, like you could turn the extra coins from like gold that you've gained or like doubloons or whatever into like more stuff that you didn't have to like have the coins for. So
Well, it
like I would
looks
have
like
reduced the
next
total number of
trying to
coins in the deck,
end,
but
and I think it's probably there. That's a lot of money in buys.
yeah, I would assume that Mick will be able to win this turn, either on piles or possibly on provinces. Sadly, Mick is one card short of being able to mint something for one extra coin relative to playing it as a sheep.
Well, that's enough to deplete the provinces.
Yeah, I thought it might be. It looked like it wasn't enough gains to empty on piles.
Yeah. Uh, was it 6? It was 6 buys. So yeah, even without that, clone Coin of the Realm with mint, and then get a province with the other
Oh,
5 piles.
okay.
The other 5 gains that you
Yeah, so you could have
have.
gone like mint coin of the realm and then take province and then the 6 or and then the 5 remaining cards. Okay, fair enough.
I think maybe I miscounted.
I would also like sheep this game.
Yeah, that was exactly enough draw.
Yeah, no, I wasn't saying that. I was kind of saying the opposite about like not taking the province the previous turn and
Yeah.
having like more draw. But I mean, I guess obviously it worked out.
It was perfect. Perfectly calculated.
It was perfectly calculated. So any thoughts on this board?
Oh, my screen is still showing the last game, so I should
Oh,
try rejoining.
all right. Well, then I will
Oh, there we go.
open
All right.
Daimyo. No. What? Oh, maybe they mean open replace Daimyo for Hakha or something like that. I still wouldn't do that, but oh,
Oh,
Hakha does it.
that
That's
is
bold.
that is very bold. Well, I guess so. The thing is, since replace top decks, you have less of a chance of uh
Yeah, but
Daimyo completely whiffing.
what
But
are you
are you
daimyoing
doing
that
it
you're
on a
top
rack?
decking your rats? Like I don't know.
What's
I,
happening?
I don't know about that.
And meanwhile, Mick is just what Exorcist Silver was the open.
Yeah.
That seems pretty reasonable.
Yeah, I mean spirits are good and you can exercise rats. I don't know, Breffert.
This is a lot of
This
rats.
is a lot of rats.
Really early too. It might be a bit of a challenge to avoid the fate that rats so often leads to.
Yeah,
If you're not careful.
right.
Well, the daimyo replaces here, but you don't want to do it because it's a really bad shuffle. I think it's really quite suboptimal.
All right, yeah. If you get this
Oh,
sort
draw
of
rats,
if you get
yes.
this sort of situation, it's fine. All right, you like
Yeah, that was good.
you have to get a bit
Uh,
fortunate, yeah, like this, like because if
that
there's
was
other draw
very
orders,
good.
right, where you just get like you play the rats first and then you see the daimyo or
Another
whatever and you're
daimyo.
like oh no. But yeah, with this
You
it's
just gotta
fine,
go all in on it.
I guess.
Rats to eat the rest of your copper, and then you hunting lodge to draw, and then you're cooking.
Yeah. Think
This one you have to be a little careful not to force your. Yeah, there. That's seems yeah.
Just curse. Give out a curse. Oh, never mind. That was this. Oh, the replace didn't get. I thought the replace got done yet. Okay, never mind. Yeah, this is looking good for Haka now. I think I
Yeah.
definitely think it could have crashed and burned, but
It could have, but it
but it
didn't.
didn't.
Gotta respect the confidence to go all in on something like that.
Yeah, I agree. I would have wanted to just. Although I guess the problem is, no, wait, yeah, if you play the hunting lodge first, you get to chuck all the daimyos into the shuffle. That seems better.
Yeah, sequencing here seems like something you want to be careful about.
Yeah, very complicated with hunting lodge daimyo. It's not that it's bad in general. I just think if like you play the hunting lodge first, you have a bunch of daimyos, you chuck them into the shuffle, you have plus actions that you can use to like do your replace stuff and then draw on with another hunting lodge or whatever, or like the card that you
Yeah,
replace rats into that you can top deck
yeah.
and draw.
Because the goal here is to be using replace exclusively on rats if you can.
If you don't find daimyos or hunting lodges, you're stuck. I mean, is that even possible? Like, are there 5 non daimyo, non rat stop cards in the deck?
Oh,
I don't think so.
oh, is it the last card?
Oh, I guess there are. Okay, okay. It looks like there are. All right, so it's possible, but I think I would go ahead and like rats this daimyo. Or I guess you don't need to daimyo it. You can just you could
I think you want
daimyo
to make
the next
sure
one.
you can. Yeah, I think you would want to make sure you can use your buy on another daimyo.
Right. You need to have 6 coins. So I guess you don't want to daimyo the other rats. Yeah, you want to stop
Yeah,
now.
yeah. This is looking quite lopsided at this point.
Yeah, in multiple respects. Treasure Hunter Capital is a treasure hunter. Tragic Hero Capital is a thing too, right? It's a thing in the sense that you can, yeah, pop them and then like get and play the capitals. I mean, I don't think that's a realistic. Well, by itself, I don't
Oh
think that's a
boy.
realistic mega turn. But with
I
Daimyo
guess
on the
doing that,
board.
yeah.
Sorry, what were you gonna say?
It Haka decided to get rid of all the copper, which I guess makes sense. What is one extra daimyo even doing when you're this far ahead? When you could just be like, I always see rats, and the number of daimyos that were being wasted just looking for
Right.
the right
Well, we're
card to double up.
we're certainly getting some gold here. I wonder. Like, so yeah,
Yeah.
okay. So somebody's saying Tragic Hero Capital, and like, yeah, you could do a Megaturn thing maybe where you like get a bunch of capitals into play off of daimyoing a Tragic Hero, but also getting a whole bunch of golds and then daimyoing replace to trash the golds into provinces could also work. There's some options there. That was quite the game.
Oh, well, this is King's Court with bridge. That is, uh,
That's the thing.
that's a thing. Yeah.
Order of
That's the
Masons.
immediate thing that stands out.
Can you get enough favors that you can just discard everything except 5 cards, and then you top deck your King's Court, Bridge, Bridge, Bridge?
Yeah, that would that would be pretty funny. Don't need any draw
Probably,
at all. You just end the game.
probably too slow. Probably you just. Oh, there's innovation too. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. You get your king gain and play King's Court and your buy phase to hit bridge and get
Yes.
another 3 buys.
Yes. Yes. That's. Is there like a Megaturn shortcut that you can use with that? Like if you have if you can somehow hit, like, for instance, if you can somehow hit 7 with King's Court and 3 bridges in your hand, right? You can innovate the King's Court and then get all your bridge plays. Um,
Um,
so you don't even need the
I
second
guess
King's
with
Court in your deck.
innovation, you could upgrade a gold into King's Court.
That's true
Uh,
too.
that could be kind of spicy, but
Yeah. I'm talking about innovating the KC with a KC and bridges in your hand so that you can King's Court the King's Court where you wouldn't be able to otherwise. I don't know. That's like, I don't know if that actually comes up, because you still need to be able to hit 7. Well, maybe not 7, depending on what else you've got in play, but you still need to be able to afford a King's Court in the first place without having played all those cards. But I don't know.
I
Some
do
wild
like
stuff.
that open that Mick chose because like that really maximizes the chances of hitting a big number. And if you
Yeah.
like with the Order of Masons, you can discard estates, and you have a pretty decent chance of hitting 7. Whereas if you start bridge instead of flag bearer, then you're not gonna hit 7. I don't think.
Well, are you trying to hit 7? Or are you trying to
I don't
hit
know.
5 or 6?
I mean, yeah, that's a question because you probably want upgrade. Um,
Yeah, I think you do.
because it can be really easy to get distracted by the powerful cards on board. Oh, well, that's 7.
After having already put an upgrade. Yeah,
Yeah, that is very good.
I find it hard to believe that it's wrong for Mick to take a King's Court here. Haka Haka has bridge 3 coppers estate in the next hand. So I think I might actually take innovation here as
Yeah,
Haka.
yeah. I was thinking of innovation is if you're taking innovation, you want it really early, and you can probably take advantage of it next turn.
Yeah. I mean, the downside to that is that what you want to buy with it is an upgrade, and then you're going to trigger a shuffle. But I think that's fine. It's a pretty short shuffle. Okay, so Mick goes with innovation and not King's Court, which I think is understandable. I was also thinking about, like, would you possibly want to innovate? Well, you could innovate Stowaway with the upgrade. Hmm.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Hawk is sitting here letting Mix take the flag, which, like, uh,
I mean, I don't.
it's awkward, right? I guess you could, if you buy Flag Bearer, you get 2 coins back. That's not enough for you to still hit upgrade. Hmm.
Oh,
But does go for that. Interesting. Okay, we do get the stowaway.
oh,
Ah,
and then
Haka!
that's really good.
Smart. The faded stowaway. Very good.
Okay.
Haka could buy King's Court here and King's Court the
King's
Flag
Court.
Bearer.
Yeah. This is a really goofy kingdom already.
Yes, it is. Is that even better than just getting an upgrade, though? Yeah, and then you could
Um,
upgrade the Flag Bearer into another upgrade too.
Yeah, yeah, then you don't have to worry about hitting the flag again either,
Right.
so
I mean, I do think that getting the King's Court is funnier, but I think this is
yeah.
better.
I'm always inclined to do the funny thing.
It is tempting. So do you top deck both of these stowaways as Haka? Like, because you don't know that Mick is going to gain one.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice. You want at least one, but if you get 2 on top, then oh, right, and then that's oh.
What is? I wonder what
Top
that was.
deck.
That was that like Haka not realizing that Mick had a stowaway in play, and then being like, "Oh, Mick is more likely to get a stowaway now because." But is Mick even more likely to get a stowaway?
It
Like,
was switching from the bottom to the top.
right, but it's like why? I'm assuming. Oh, didn't. Oh, I see. I see. It was switching, removing the bottom deck of the second one, but not top decking both of them. Okay,
Yeah, top decked 1, but not 2.
right.
I guess you'd rather it be some random position rather than sure at the bottom because having a card that is draw at the very bottom is not ideal.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I'm tempted here by, although you do have to put all your coppers into play, but I am tempted here by as Mick innovate King's Court on upgrade. So you know you have the flag bearer that you can trash into another upgrade, and then you have an estate that you can trash. And then presumably by the time you've drawn through those, you'll have some other card that you want to trash. Another thing you could do, of course, is you could upgrade flag bearer into upgrade and then
Yeah.
innovate that.
Well, it looks
Oh,
like that's
but
the play here. I
yes,
can't see any
let's
other thing that would
go.
happen.
Let's go.
Oh, and that's uh clearly avoiding triggering stowaway for Haka there
Right.
by getting rid of the copper instead of the estate.
Right. I mean, you could turn a state into silver gladiator or something, but like, yeah, I think in general, like trashing the coppers here
Yeah.
now, because like Mick has a stowaway in his deck that he could trigger later by. Well, never mind.
That is not a very good hand,
It's a remarkably bad hand for having just
considering all
trashed.
the junk, yeah,
Yeah, all
that
that
was
stuff.
removed.
That is impressive, honestly. Next turn
Well,
should
you can
be
make
incredible though.
uh, I guess you could buy another stowaway and play it. I don't.
Yeah, the only reason not to do that is like you're worried that you're gonna let Hakka react, but I it's the best thing for a mixed deck for sure. And this kingdom is exciting.
It is. There's a lot of decisions here.
Yeah. Innovation makes it like so crunchy. And I guess also the fact that like the trashing is not like super speed.
Yeah.
Does Mick, a KC to play KC this turn? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, quite possibly. I was talking about that earlier. He doesn't have 3 bridges to play with it, but it still should still be good. Actually, the fact that he has no bridges to play with it is a little bit of potential problem. Although, I guess if he's gonna draw 2 more cards, I guess he might actually be able to gain and play a bridge like you triple play upgrade with the first KC, you triple play upgrade, you turn silver into a bridge, and you draw it with the upgrade, and then you get to play the bridge off of the second KC play or whatever, which is which could be Pretty cool. Oh wait, but you might have to play the silver to be able to afford the King's Court.
Here, okay, up.
Hmm.
Oh, that is.
This
I guess you already
bowl.
know what you have
Yeah,
on the
yeah, it's
bottom there,
true. It should be
approximately.
fine. Rip stowaway.
Well, you
Rip
gave the
bauble.
stowaway a flag. It's an upgrade,
Yeah.
a new job.
Okay. So yeah, the hmm. You play one of these upgrades. What are these last two cards? One of them's in a state.
Probably a bridge is the other one.
No, Haka has the bridge.
Oh, there's no bridge. Mick doesn't have a bridge yet. Right,
Nope.
there's only 9. Okay.
I mean, it could just be another copper, I guess, but there's 3 coppers in the trash. Mick trashed 2 coppers last turn. Oh, so it's another copper. So if Mick plays one upgrade and turns estate into whatever, then plays flag bearer, then he can afford the King's Court uh, innovation thing. Well, he has to draw copper and not estate off of the upgrade for that to be true.
This is very complicated.
Yeah.
I would definitely be taking a lot of time on this turn.
Yeah, for sure.
There's just so many ways to do this, and it's unclear what is going to be the most efficient.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, I don't know. I'm not planning to King's Court 2 upgrades this turn, so I think I would go ahead and play the first one. Like, I don't think there's much downside to that.
The Minion anime series.
Okay, ironically, Mick did draw the copper here, so could have done the thing, but
Is the anime gonna be like people playing Dominion, or is it gonna be like the universe of Dominion?
That's a good question. So I definitely wouldn't innovate the stowaway here.
Oh, people playing Dominion within the universe of Dominion. So it's like Yu-Gi-Oh, the Yu-Gi-Oh anime, but with Dominion cards.
when's when's Dominion Legacy? Like that's what like you need to have it like it's not just like individual kingdoms, it's like one giant ongoing thing.
Okay.
Right. So you don't yeah, okay. We didn't innovate the stowaway, that's good. I think this is just a state into stowaway again. Although I guess I could see, well, yeah, you might want to do silver to bridge first. Yeah, actually, maybe you just do silver to bridge and innovate that now. Keep it simple. Oh, we're
Oh
not
wait, no,
innovating
that's
it.
smart because the stowaway can be forced to the bottom.
Oh, true. Yeah. Well, you're gonna play this other upgrade anyway, presumably. But yeah, I guess the advantage of not innovating the bridge is that like you have the actions to play it, so you might as
Yeah,
well like innovate
and
something
you
in your
know
bridge
you're
phase.
going to draw it.
Yeah.
No, they're not. Yeah, so they're gonna go for King's Court on the bridge, and then what?
Oh, you think? Oh,
Or
yeah. By King's Court. Wait, but how are they going to afford
oh
King's
no,
Court?
no, no. I'm confused.
Does Casey on bridge do anything this turn? It it would, but you can't afford King's Court without playing the bridge.
Yeah, there's that's $6.
Oh wait, you
Yeah, so putting
can.
the stowaway on the bottom didn't
Oh,
actually
never mind.
matter.
Okay, we're gaining a stowaway instead of a silver. If with the silver with a silver gain there. Oh no, you
And
still wouldn't because you'd have to trash a copper here. Yeah, I don't know.
getting rid of the copper is meaning that there's not going to be the King's Court Bridge thing.
I think it's fine. Like you can innovate a bridge here,
Yeah.
and like having multiple bridges in your deck is going to make it more possible to do fancy stuff next turn.
Yeah. So now the bridges cost 2, and this game's going to end pretty soon, I think, because
Yeah.
the bridges can pile extremely fast, and the
Wait,
stowaways are almost
did
gone.
Mick
And
not innovate there?
I don't.
I don't think Mick ever used
I
innovation,
that's
unless I missed something. Gained the stowaway, gained the bridge, but didn't play either
what?
one of them. Gained the upgrade and then he innovated an upgrade. Okay.
Okay. And
Hakha was
yeah,
not.
that's a pretty far ahead at that point.
Yeah, Hakha wasn't thin like Mick was because didn't get that triple play of the upgrade to thin out a bunch of coppers at once. I am disappointed by that resign just because I think that kingdom. I mean, it's fair enough, but I wanted to see like stuff really pop off.
Yeah.
Stowaway again. A little bit of a different kingdom otherwise, though.
Yeah. As far as strong cards that usually are important, there's Inventor, and let's see, what kind of card types can Courtier do? Just Stowaway's 3,
Yep, Stowaway's a
so
triple type.
so that's something. And Stowaway's the only draw.
Well,
Or
Courtier
Way of the
with
Chameleons.
yeah.
Wait, no, Courtier can be draw
Hmm.
because you can turn the +$3 into +3 cards.
Yep. Yeah, Courtier.
+1 action, +1 buy, +3 cards when you reveal a stowaway. That seems pretty good.
Yes, it's like a non-terminal uh barge. I don't know. Like it doesn't have the duration thing, but like if you can find a stowaway. Um,
I think it's 2 games for Mick and 1 for Haka.
correct.
Um, there's limited actions,
Yeah.
so
Fortunately, like you don't need
you don't. Yeah,
a ton of plus actions to do the Courtier stowaway stuff. You do um with Inventor, so we'll have to see what Mick is planning there.
Scheme could be pretty good at making sure you have a stowaway on top.
Yeah.
Because it seems pretty clear that Courtier is the way you're wanting to draw your deck.
Hmm.
And as for gains, because of how limited the buys are, maybe Charm is how you're gonna be
Well, the Courtier can give
doing
you
things.
buys.
Or yeah,
Because it's a
duh.
Testo is a triple type.
Yeah. So instead of,
The lack of
and I guess it can get you a gold 2 for payload. So do you just
yeah.
spam Courtier stowaway forever, or
I mean, Haka takes a gold here. I mean, I guess the buy here isn't really doing much, but
I don't know if the gold is a card you want in your deck right now,
yeah,
but
that's what I'm concerned about. I mean, you kind of do. It does help you buy more courtiers, but I don't know. There's no trashing. That's the thing that's really annoying here.
there's no trashing, but there is scheme to make sure your turn kicks off.
Yeah, to an
But
extent.
yeah, but you still need a lot more draw in order to actually get through your deck in the first place.
Right. Yep. Yeah, I think John Grizz says Stowaway is what really makes Courtier Chameleon viable. I don't entirely agree with that. Like, if you're revealing Astrolabe, like, you're going to get the buy, like Ake is here, you're going to get the buy from Astrolabe anyway. I think it's fine. Um, like, non-terminal +3 cards is good. The fact that you have to pair it, obviously, is a limiter, but it's still fine in that situation. Stowaway definitely helps, though.
Yeah, I think the main thing the Stowaway does is like you can tack on a gold, I guess, to it because like most of the cards here already let you get buys, but
Well, Stowaway also, like, if you're actually playing the Stowaways, then that means you also have the duration draw, which makes it more likely you kick off and all that, so.
yeah.
I do think I like having one inventor in the deck just because like you can use that to continue to add more stowaways
Yeah.
to your deck, and like if you're reacting with stowaways, you don't actually have any other terminals. I mean, you can use your last courtier as a terminal if you want, but
Yeah, but I I think Inventor's the most relevant seeming terminal. So yeah,
yeah,
I agree.
yeah, because the courtier terminal play is effectively gain a gold, right? Like if you have a stowaway to reveal, then your last courtier is going to be like, and you're not taking action, that's buy coins gold. And I would rather be gaining those other cards with inventor and also making my buys cheaper than gaining a gold. But oh,
Oh, whew.
I was gonna
Okay,
say this is
that was
classic
almost a
Courtier
very
almost,
bad
but
yeah.
Courtier, whatever.
I guess one interesting thing with Scheme is that uh if your deck's like drawing itself and you just have two stowaways, you can uh take the stowaway that's going to be discarded from play and put it on top.
Yes.
And so um
Yep. I think, yeah, scheme definitely helps with all of that. Haka kind of declaring here that he doesn't want to play with inventor because takes a stowaway
yeah.
over an inventor with 4 coins. I would
Yeah,
have
I can
taken the
see that.
inventor.
Oh.
The number of undos where it's like, oh right, I have to click Chameleon
Yeah.
when I play this, like initially, not like as I'm like selecting my choices or something. So
Despite getting the extra stowaway, not seeing one at least before the stowaway draws. I do see like wanting to just get as many stowaways as possible.
yeah, I think you
But you
do.
but if you do and once the stowaways are empty, you probably need an inventor or I guess you don't really need one. You just buy an astrolabe or whatever, but
Right.
you don't really want to buy that, I don't think.
Not, yeah, not if you can help it. And I mean, Astrolabe isn't such a bad card to have in your deck because it is like only kind of half a stop card, but it is still like, yeah, it is still going to be awkward because you don't. It's like, I don't want that many Astrolabes.
Oh, well, that is most of the deck.
Yeah, and to get more courtiers.
Yeah, win that split as much as you can.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want the inventor, but courtier, stowaway looks pretty good to me here. I mean, it is like the sort of thing where it's like if you get enough courtiers, then you could end up with like having a hand with just like a bunch of courtiers and
Yeah,
no
that is
multi-type, and then
true.
you're like, oh no.
At least the stowaways do directly help with that by making it so you have a bigger hand size to start, but
Yes, and the
without the
schemes.
trashing, there's always that risk. Yeah.
Yeah, the schemes. Like right here, I think I would
Yeah, the
rather.
scheme makes sure because you're discarding the stowaway from last turn.
Right. Yeah, like I like here top ticking Courtier Stowaway over like double Courtier for this exact reason. Yeah, third scheme would definitely be nice as well. I mean, you kind of just want as many as you can get, really.
Yeah.
All right, this is
It's kind of clear what the three important piles are going to be.
yeah. Clear Stowaway gain for Mick, and then
Undo.
yeah, because you you don't want.
All right. If you react with the stowaway, then you can't play your deck.
Yep. Yep. Awkward, but necessary. So we're about at the point where times are as good as they're ever going to get.
Yeah.
Pretty soon, it's going to be time to slog through green cards.
It does look like Hakka's gonna end up with 6 out of the 10 courtiers.
Yeah,
If I've been
first,
keeping track of that.
first player advantage. Yeah, I mean, I'm not 100% sure about that, but I think that's right.
Assuming that they buy the last one.
I have to imagine that they will.
Not a very bold assumption.
No. You're gonna want another stowaway here too, of course.
Yeah. Just get all the stowaways.
Well, yeah, quite possibly. Makes another gold.
We uh
No, maybe not. Wait, what was the undo about?
I, did they not draw? Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
and Chameleon. Oh, they managed to get to the point of like
Yeah.
actually selecting green, gain the gold without clicking Chameleon. This is the number of undos in this game has been quite something to behold. All right, so you got to get the last courtier, and you got to get a stowaway, which gives you 7 coins left. So, like at that point, you probably just go ahead and take the last stowaway as well, and then what do you do? Like, could Mick win by just getting 5 schemes? Probably. So you probably don't want
Yeah,
to gain a
because
scheme.
inventor against scheme you only need 12 and 4
Ooh, yeah.
buys.
Actually, could Mick
So
win
you
by
can't
gaining
get
6 schemes?
I
Maybe you
think you
do
this is
have.
awkward because I think you might need points to be safe at right now.
Yeah. I think you might.
The Baths points are surprisingly relevant.
Yeah, they are. Mick only has 5 gains. I don't know. 4 courtiers and an inventor and a buy. That's 6 gains. I mean, the odds that he lines all that up aren't amazing, but yeah, I mean, you can
Yeah,
see he has 3
because you're not
courtiers in his opening hand.
I don't think it's possible to draw the entire deck
Right.
with only 4 courtiers. And wait, is that 2? So that's
Yeah,
4
4.
card. Oh, it's close because
It's
that's
well with schemes. I think he
because
actually can draw the deck. Right. He has
yeah, because the schemes don't take up any space, and you're getting
Tiago.
12. Yeah, so it's possible.
Yeah, Tiago. The answer is that if Haka was going to empty the stowaways, then 6 gains could pile. And Haka actually chose not to gain any stowaways, which is surprising to me. I would have
very
thought,
scared of that possibility. I think
but
I
if you take Duchy stowaway, right, you
yeah, you're
still
still
get
at a
to
point lead.
play your other stowaway. You have a point lead. They're not. Mick doesn't have the gains to pile. I I don't know. Getting another stowaway in your deck and getting another one into play both seem like good things to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, you effectively have you've drawn one more card. Um yeah, so I think I
Well, you
agree.
also
I
make
think
it more awkward for Mick to take a stowaway to play his
yeah.
stowaways because you're threatening to pile even with only 6 points rather than 9. Whereas, so like Haka has 5 courtiers and no inventor. So also, or sorry, 6 courtiers and no inventor. So it has 7 gains. So if Mick here takes like stowaway province or something, Haka cannot threaten a win. But if Haka had taken Duchy stowaway, then Haka could threaten a win if Mick emptied the stowaways. I imagine Mick is really going to want to take a stowaway here because a lot of stowaways.
Yeah, it would not be hard to imagine inventor gaining stowaway
Yeah.
at the end of the turn.
So yeah, fully drawn deck from Mick, including a gained gold. So Mick can double province off of this.
Seems good.
Yeah. Yeah, that surely puts any kind of threat out of reach for Haka. I mean, I single province would have too, but Mick is definitely winning the stowaway split. Whatever
I
that's
guess the
worth.
question would be, are you going to try and make it awkward to activate the stowaways for Haka by getting the last one? I don't know
If
how easy that would be. Like, you just have to see how much
you
money
can't
that's
you can't double province while doing that, so I don't
yeah.
think so. Haka in theory has 7 gains. I mean, Haka realistically, without an inventor, cannot gain 6 schemes in a province though. So maybe it's fine.
Um,
You, yeah, maybe.
it's
Nope.
just slightly awkward, but yeah, I think the straightforward thing is to just get 2 provinces.
I mean, I guess the other reason not to take the stowaway here is Mick is because you know that it's potentially awkward for Haka to take it, and you want it available for yourself next turn.
Yeah.
I mean, not as badly as you did this turn because you only have 2 stowaways coming in rather than 3, but still. Mick, having played an extra stowaway this turn relative to last turn, might still be able to draw a deck.
Well, that's almost all the courtiers. There's all of them. Okay. Well, that's the deck drawn.
Yeah. Johns, yes, it's true that like you're not literally denying somebody the ability to
Yeah.
play like to play their stowaways. It's more just like adding astrolabes to the deck is not necessarily what you want to be doing. But yes, it's true that if all you want is to play your stowaways, then you could do that. And to that point, it's kind of surprising that Haka didn't take an astrolabe last turn. I guess if he was afraid of lowering piles too much, I guess he just really wanted the province.
Was this sequencing wrong? Do you
It
draw the
look
gold if
it
you gain it?
yeah,
It's in
no,
that
you
order, right?
don't.
So you're fine.
You
Or
don't.
no,
It's
gold is the
it's
last thing.
yeah,
I think,
yeah. Should have Chameleon the
and also
scheme
that's not a
or
chameleon.
played the Courtier
So
first, one of the two. Yeah, it's surprising that
it's, Akko, if this is not just a misplay, then uh, Haka really doesn't want a gold in their deck.
yeah, I would assume it's a misplay just because even if you don't want the gold in your deck, then you should Chameleon the scheme so that you get the extra coin. Um, the cards on top are Copper Estate, which is like, why would you want to leave those on top? You know. I mean, I guess this does give you more money right now. I don't know if there's any reason that you could have anticipated that or would or that it would be important.
So I believe the difference would be it's only one $1 different, or you yeah,
Well,
it's only like
Courtier
for this
gave
one.
3 coins instead of the 1 coin from the copper. But then if you had Chameleon the scheme, you would have gotten a coin back. So yeah, it's a 1 coin difference. And Hawk is gonna have 22 coins, so like I don't know, the difference between 22 and 21 doesn't seem very important. Maybe there's some reason it would be. I'm assuming you're buying double province and then I guess astrolabe.
Yeah, you need to get a duration card, and yeah, you need the provinces. Um, and then that if you have 22, that leaves only $3 left.
Yeah, right. So like I think you're probably just not using that buy at all. So I think the coin didn't matter and it would have been better to just draw the junk. The other thing I was wondering about is
Okay.
I think Haka is realizing that yeah, it's like I might as well have just drawn because I don't need the money anyway. Um, the other thing I was wondering about is actually like taking a rebuild.
Yeah,
Um,
maybe earlier. Well, no, I guess you can mill a province, but
yeah, you can mill provinces. You can also like just start like turning your estates into duchies. It's like another gold in the deck, kind of in terms of. No, wait, no, it's more than that. Well, it depends on how you look at it. I don't know. It's like I mean, it's another gain that like doesn't require like a terminal action and generates arguably more payload than like a charm or a cauldron. I don't know if it's a good idea or not, right? It is also another stop card, but it's uh ooh, Mick reacting with a
oh,
stowaway there now has 4 in play.
oh, that does change things,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I assume Mick did not top deck 2 stowaways. He just happened to see 2 of the 3 that he had, or 2 of the did have 3, right?
Uh,
Yeah, he played 3 last turn. He had 2 the turn before, and then he bought 1, so he had 3. So he top decked 1, and then yeah. So pretty fortunate draw there for Mick to see that
yeah,
one.
if Mick can triple, that is very scary.
Yeah, if Mick can triple,
I have not been keeping track.
I think that pretty much just seals the game. Like, I don't really think Haka has a good response to that.
Yeah,
Um,
with with the extra dollar from doing scheme as a chameleon earlier, then Haka could do 2 duchies in a province. But if Mick takes 3 provinces, that is a lot of points.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the extra draw from front loading those stowaways should mean that Mick can um, gain
Yeah.
some more gold. So yeah, I think triple is a very real possibility. I wonder. So Mick is going to draw 8 out of 20 cards, and then also has a scheme, so that's 9 out of 20. If you reacted to this with this stowaway, it would be 11 out of 20. I guess that's probably still not enough to be willing to take the risk of not seeing stowaway, because Mick doesn't. Or does Mick have an Astrolabe in his deck? Well,
No, because both
right,
are.
right. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yep. I see that. Okay, yeah. So Mick does not have any other multi types in his deck. So yeah, he can't. It would be like if he finds the stowaway to pair with the courtiers, then it would be even more like certain that he could win if he reacted to the stowaway. But I think the risk of failing to find one is too high, even with all the duration draw.
I think you just gotta take the two provinces because yeah, I agree that McTripling just probably wins.
Yeah, I think it does. There's not like he has this. If he triples, he has a really good turn, which means he has the schemes, which means he's going to get to top deck some draw, which means that even if he has a bad turn the next turn, it's not going to be that bad. It's going to be like able to take a province if it needs to. So I think you gotta just like hope he can't get there. I mean, I haven't done the math. The 4 courtiers are 12 coins. The 3 golds are 9 coins. Oh yeah, he totally gets there.
Yeah, with the inventor too.
Oh yeah, that's
There's
already
the
yep.
discount
Mm,
of
yeah.
$3. You only need
Well, I
21.
guess okay. I guess if I'm absolutely certain that he's can take 3 provinces, then I don't take the second province as Hakha. Like it's one thing if there's some doubt, but if there's absolutely no doubt, and there really isn't any doubt, then I would not have taken
Yeah,
the other province. But yeah, I mean, it won't matter. Like if you don't take the, you're
yeah,
just delaying the inevitable. But I would delay the inevitable.
yeah. You gotta play to your outs, even if it's like less than 1% chance.
Yeah. Well, I do anyway. I don't know. Other people don't.
I mean, I never really concede or anything if even if it's pretty obvious.
Best out seems to be Mick bottom decking multiple courtiers. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Like it is. I mean, there's so much duration draw that like it's. I think it's almost impossible that he would do that, but maybe that's not actually true.
Well, it certainly looks like if the win is there, it's happening, and I think
Yeah,
it's there.
yeah. It's there. I'm. I am confident. What? Did we fail to Chameleon again? Oh my
It's
god.
hard. It's hard to click on the chameleon and then the card.
All right. Might as well take that last stowaway.
Or a state for maximum points. Yeah.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Oh, it's exactly 21.
That's actually
That's surprising. I would. My impression was that it would be a
oh
lot
wait, I was doing
easier
the
than
math.
that.
I was doing the math completely wrong earlier. Because I was like, oh, 4 courtiers, but they're drawing cards. They're not giving money. So I'm an idiot, and that was yeah. It was like 4 golds after the gold gain for 12 plus 7 coppers to get to 19, and there must have been a silver in there. I think Mick opened with a silver, right? Silver inventor.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it must have been a silver. 4 gold, 7 coppers, and a silver. Yeah, but that was okay. In retrospect, that was closer than I realized. So I think I back to agreeing that Haka blanked that out of Mick missing triple was correct.
Well, this game, the Open's probably going to be interesting because you've got the importer, favors, and mountain folk. So that's going to make some very powerful opens possible, I think.
Yes, although this board isn't really one where like opening with a 5 cost is so exciting.
Yeah,
There's no
yeah.
sixes
How
or
good are the
anything.
fives anyways? Well, the mountain folk is happening for Mick, importer for Haka. So both opened importer temple.
But Haka didn't spend the favors.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess the wave the frog makes the collision less annoying.
Yeah. All right. So Bandit Camp, yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah,
Bandit Camps and paddocks basically, and then you're gonna have to get some hamlets as well for plus
yeah.
pi. Druid isn't really doing anything of substance.
Envoy could be something in this kingdom because like it draws a ton of cards enough to make it so discarding with Hamlet doesn't feel as bad.
Yeah, Bandit Paddock isn't draw though. Well, no, but like drawing up to like 5. Yeah, I mean, I you can throw an envoy or two in there. You can also consider playing with a scholar or a library.
Yeah, you could do like a uh one of the decks where you just getting a lot of money and then refilling up to 7.
But the point is, like with Paddock, is like you need some bandit camps to play your Paddocks at first, but then over time you transition to having more and more Paddocks because like something empties, and then the Paddocks are non-terminal, and then they're draw by themselves. And like having some number of spoils is like an okay place to be in terms of where your stock cards are, because like they tend to be out of the shuffle because you spend the spoils and then you generate more spoils, but they're in the discard pile and whatever. Anyway, yeah, that said, like Xander said, I mean, you can also get some envoys.
I think Haka getting the 6 temple points might be relevant
Yeah,
because
it's also worth 3 Wolf Den points.
yeah, yeah, that too. Um,
Did it come with the
I mean,
costs of
the
the copper
choice is that
trash?
or
Well, you get
oh,
now
it
he's got
did.
2 temples, so you can trash that copper all the
Yeah, it's
easier.
easy now.
Easy. I don't know. It's always tricky to balance when to do that. Um,
Well, yeah, you always discard the draw. Um,
is Haka going to immediately trash the temple? Yes. All right, rip the Wolf Den points, but I think it's
oh, wait,
oh
the temple
okay.
might live.
Yeah. No, I think this makes more sense.
Yeah, I mean, there's only one
Yeah,
buy, and
yeah.
you
2 copper
have
crashes is better. You can
spoils
trash
to
the other
get rid
temple
of.
later. Um, yeah, like you said, you only have 1 buy. We could have had another buy. Could have discarded one of these coppers, but then what would we have gotten with it?
Um,
Oh wait, no, wait, that would have been
um,
enough for. Yeah, no, we should. Why didn't we discard a copper?
Well, if you discard the copper, then it would be
7 for
yeah,
like
7. Yeah, you
Hamlet
get
and
a
a
Hamlet.
5.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's just there's a very obvious better thing there.
Yeah, I think
Well,
like Haka only had one unseen card after playing the Hamlet, which he would have presumably known was the spoils like on top. So I think that's just an oversight.
that could actually matter a decent amount just because there's a lot of free payload here, and the Hamlet is a way to get more buys, and not
Right.
getting another one could make things awkward later.
Yeah, I mean, presumably Haka will be able to get a Hamlet this turn. I doubt that the buy limitation is going to matter soon enough for that to like really get punished, but it is definitely an oversight.
Um, does look like Haka's a lot further ahead on uh
Hmm.
crashing, so um
I don't
well, not actually that much. If
I don't know if I would
uh
have discarded Bandit Camp there. I was thinking about if you know Mick has another envoy that he's going to try to draw the rest of the cards with, you're going to get to discard another card.
I mean, when I'm choosing what my opponent discards with envoy, I'm almost always choosing something that helps draw.
Yeah, and Bandit Camp does that. I was just trying to figure out if there was like a chance that you could deny the importer like by the end of the turn. And I think maybe the answer is just no. And so maybe that was better because now Mick can't play both importer and temple, which might actually deny the importer anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe that probably was just the right play. Okay. I think I would play the importer here. I think I value the gains more than the trash here. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this is
And 7's a lot better of a number than 6 with 2 buys, I
yeah,
think.
also true. Well, unless
Well,
you're
no,
getting
he
another
only
envoy.
yeah.
I was thinking it might be Bandit Camp Hamlet, but well, so far my expectation that people would be playing with Paddock has not been met. Nobody has any Paddocks.
Yeah, I think uh Bandit Camp's giving the payload right now, and Envoy is plenty of draw, so
Yeah, I just like the nice thing about Paddock is that it's payload and draw. But
yeah.
um yeah, this is a disaster for Haka, that's true.
Oh no.
And Haka has well, maybe this is where the Haka is punished for not having that other
Yeah,
Hamlet,
that's the
right?
punishment for not picking up the free Hamlet.
Yeah, it could well be. Deserves it for only having one envoy. How would having more envoys help make this hand better?
I don't know. I don't think those temple points are going to be relevant anymore. I changed my mind.
Yeah.
Looking a little bit more dire.
Yeah, no, like I said, it's tricky for sure. I mean, I guess you can Haka can frog the envoy and trash, but it's still a really bad turn, and probably it's not something you can afford.
Yeah. Oh, frog on
Yeah,
the
it makes
envoy.
sense.
probably a bandit camp,
I
or maybe
like
not.
you just frogged an envoy. I want like yeah, bandit camp or paddock, and then you could get another importer. You could consider it.
I don't know if you have
I
the
would because
actions.
if I'm taking a paddock, I'm taking a hamlet. If I'm taking a bandit camp, I might take an importer.
Yeah. I just like that the bandit camp would give $3 more to spend.
Yeah, well, paddock gives 2 and is less. It's more terminal, but less stop cardy in some ways. It depends on how you look at it. I don't know. I like eventually getting horses into the deck because like once you have to go through like an awkward cycle, right, where you have to draw the paddocks, but then like yeah, once you have the horses in the deck, yeah, like Johnson's saying, you can frog them, you can like accumulate them, you just become like substantially more reliable. And it's like still like a card that's generating value along the way. It's not like all it's doing is providing reliability. But that being said, I can definitely understand just going for the bandit camp as well. And we do get another importer. All right.
Yeah.
We're not even trashing the copper. Got to double down.
More temple points.
Got to double down.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, no, that is definitely a classic trap. Now, I'm not saying that means Mick is definitely going to win this game, but like the like, well, I got the temple points the first time, and now I'm losing, so I need to get the temple points again so that I have an even bigger points lead. Like, yeah, it's just like happens all the time. Same thing with Defiled Shrine.
Yeah, I feel like Mick has enough extra gains and is just further along that uh they'll be able to just choose when the game ends and get enough points. But
yeah, no, I definitely think Mick is ahead here, but maybe there's some way for Hakha to take advantage of the points lead to sneak out a win. 23 points is half the provinces, yes, but they're not 23 particularly robust points. Like 14 of them are like the difference in the VP chips, but the Wolf Den stuff is like you can't like expect that to just stay as is. $14 is also a lot. Yeah, it's a good amount. It's definitely a good amount. But I would rather be the one with the good deck, or the better deck, I guess I should say.
well, a paddock was gained with the importer,
Indeed,
so both of us were right. Both paddock and bandit camp were gained.
And now we can actually do the thing that like frogging the horses. I'm not 100% sure if, well, if you actually want to do that versus just getting your spoils and playing it this turn, but
Oh, okay. Trying to draw a horse.
oh,
Or top tech too.
perfect. Incredible. I mean, if you'd drawn a horse, you could have still like played the horse, drawn the spoils, and then frogged the other one. But
I don't think you need the extra buy here.
If you take a buy, you have 13 coins, you can get an extra hamlet. That's basically.
Oh yeah.
Or wait, is it 12? Well, either way, because you're gonna trash a copper with temple, presumably.
Yeah, so you would want the extra buy, maybe. Then you're only at 10.
unless you're taking a province, which I don't think you are. I think you might as
I don't
well
think
take the
you.
buy.
I don't know if points are a concern yet.
Like I think you just go Hamlet. Um, maybe you take one more envoy. You probably take one more bandit camp. You take the paddock off of the importer, and that was
Oh,
one thing I wasn't
okay.
thinking about last turn when I said, "Oh, discarding the temple." Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Does that?
There's an
Oh, I guess
excess
that
of
means you could
draw right
take
now.
envoy bandit camp and another 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't say like last turn when I was advocating for gaining paddock. I wasn't thinking about the fact that like importing paddock is definitely like the best way to gain it because you know that it's at the bottom of the shuffle. So I think that is a good play. Whereas like the bandit camps you want to see up top. Mick didn't gain another importer. That's probably fine though.
Yeah.
It wasn't really like a good. I don't know. They didn't seem like the right. Although I don't know. Did Mick need the envoy? I guess would be the question.
Probably not,
Yeah,
but
I
yeah,
might have
you
been
can
tempted.
import for importer.
You
Yeah,
can. It's just that. Yeah,
it
maybe.
doesn't feel good.
Yeah. If you just want to, if you want to have like your duration balance or whatever, yeah, you can do that. Um, it does not feel good. It's like like relative to buying it, obviously, because it's like you're kind of wasting coins in effect. But I don't know. Duration balance is aesthetically important, and that should not be overlooked. Current score is 3-1 in favor of Mick, and I have to say I think it's about to be 4-1.
Yeah, it's. I think the straightforward thing would be, um, the bandit camps are probably gonna empty out pretty shortly, and that's probably enough coins to start getting 3 province turns. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, when you can also like add more paddocks, which generate coins, and
Yeah,
also like draw cards the next turn, and thus are like making your deck better while you're adding the provinces. Like you can import the paddocks and buy the provinces. It's all pretty good. Hakka's struggling here with actions. I mean, I guess part of that is because one of the importers got kicked to this turn by the dud last turn, and then
yeah,
also
that's
getting
both
a
important.
bandit camp discarded by from Envoy.
And when you have both the importers out like that, then it's kind of with that much money and 2 buys, it's kind of awkward. Like, what are you getting without wasting all your money?
Yeah,
Um,
I think I think it's fine. Well, the thing that's awkward, I guess, is like from a timing perspective, potentially Hakka, like so Hakka goes into next turn and potentially has no importers, and then that like majorly reduces pile threat. Which I mean, not that Hakka necessarily has a ton of that right now, anyway. But like
yeah,
the best line that you have, or the like the best. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but like the path to victory for Hakka right here, like probably involves some kind of pile out, but like it's not going to be like quite this coming turn, right? and then you're gonna
Yeah.
have no importers. Then it's gonna be like, oh no, I don't have very many gains, and yeah, it's all kind of awkward. Like taking another bandit camp there is surprising to me. Okay, there's the
Yeah.
paddock.
That's what I would expect.
Yeah, I was thinking you just go double paddock, but
In a weird way, having the paddock not eat into your actions is kind of draw because of how the hamlets are
yeah,
factoring into
yeah,
this.
that's probably why you took the bandit camp, is just to turn on the paddocks. Yeah, I don't know if he needs the actions there, but like you're saying, like, you know, if he does, then yeah, it does kind of end up like draw. Uh, this should be an envoy discard, right? Yeah, okay.
I think the goal this turn would be to just pull ahead in points and end it the next turn or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, so Mick has addressed some of the Wolf Den stuff by picking up the second paddock. The temple, probably just gonna let that be. I think you play one more horse here.
Yeah,
Oh, you have another
probably. Oh
envoy.
no,
Never
no,
mind. Why didn't you
I
even
forgot
play the
about
first
that.
horse? Yeah, that was. I probably didn't need to play the horse. I mean, it's fine. So
Yeah.
Mick is one coin short of triple.
Oh, that's annoying.
Oh no, wait, no, sorry, I mathed wrong. No, one it
18,
has it
21.
is
Oh, there's already
25.
4
Yeah,
coins. Yeah.
25.
Yeah.
Um,
And then just another, or yeah, 25 is just 3 provinces. It just makes a lot of sense.
yeah, I think so. And so you can just like discard a horse, frog two of them, trash a copper, and take 3 provinces. And then I guess the question
Well, with
is,
25, you can discard, or I guess you temple the copper.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think 2 horses on top is probably good enough.
Yeah.
You probably, I mean, there's an argument for not templing the copper just because, like, you have enough draw. Like, you could also just discard temple here. Well, you don't need the buy, actually, so you don't have to discard anything. But if you want the buy, just in case you change your mind in the middle of your buy phase, you can just discard the temple and keep the copper, and you should have enough draw regardless. So maybe you just don't bother. I mean, you don't really. I'm gonna think, like, if you want to try to set yourself up to win, do you even try to do it on piles, or do you just go for provinces? Like, maybe it's just easier to go for provinces. Getting more
Yeah.
gains seems annoying.
Yeah. I mean, if you get 6 provinces over 2 turns,
Yeah.
I don't know if Hakha can compete with that, with where they are.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, right. You can trash the copper and top deck all the horses because you didn't need the buy. Right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think Hakka has any real shot to compete with that. And you have a lot of redundancy in the deck. And you can also, if you want to, you could import her for like another like Hamlet or for a druid just to like
Yeah.
have another buy if you want it. I don't think. Well, I mean, Hamlet would be better for lowering piles. Mick has more potential buys than he used this turn, but I still don't know that he could have 6 if he gained another Hamlet. Maybe he could. Let's see.
5 to get 6. I think it's one off, but if any envoys or hamlets are taken, I think it could be there.
I only see him playing 3 Hamlets. Is that right? So he could have had 4 buys. I thought.
Yeah, I think it was 4 buys, and then there's 1 importer, so then that's 5 gains. And if you gain a hamlet, then that gets you up to 5,
Well,
which
yeah.
is not quite enough without envoys or hamlets getting taken by
Right.
Hakha.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I don't think it matters too much. Like, you can. I'm just wondering what you do with the importer. Like, take another paddock because why not is, of course, an option.
Yeah. Or take a temple
Take a
that's
temple
4 points.
for 3 victory, or yeah, 4 victory points. Yeah.
Because then you have 2 temples.
Right. It's better than a duchy. It's a
A
lot
duchy
better
is
than a duchy
nothing.
because duchy's worth 0.
Yeah.
So, what do you take as Hakha?
Um,
These 2
it's
importers.
it's really rough.
Like, in theory, if you took 2 Hamlets, would you have enough buys to buy 3 envoys, 2 Hamlets, and a province? I don't even think so. Well, Hakka must also have 3 Hamlets, so it'd be 5 Hamlets. So, no. Not that Hakka has the money for that anyway, but just
Yeah.
checking.
I don't know what I guess the way Hakka would theoretically be able to win is managing to get those extra temple points to matter.
Yeah. I mean, Hakka's only down
And
by slightly less than a province. So, like,
yeah,
getting a points lead is not that difficult, but then like ending the game is. I think
I think Hakka needs to have at least some points coming from duchies.
Yeah, probably. I mean, needs Mick to dud somehow. Right? Like, if Mick gets, well, is that true? If Mick gets 3 more provinces, Mick is up by slightly less than 2 provinces. So if Paka takes a province now, then Mick is up, and then Mick takes 3 provinces. Then Mick is up by like 38. Hakka takes a province. Oh, well, Hakka takes a province, and it's actually not going to change his score because he doesn't have any provinces.
Yeah.
Okay, if he by the end of the game he has 2 provinces. Mick has 6 provinces.
Oh, that's a really bad position to be in because, yeah, Mick is probably going to triple profits, and
right, but okay, yeah,
yeah.
right.
So you have to take one. You have to take one province, and then next turn take a second profits.
Right, and at that point the
And,
provinces
yeah.
are worth full points, and it's fine. So then that 2 provinces gets Hakka to 33 points right now, and 3 provinces gets Mick to 38 points. So it's only a 5-point deficit, right? If you take a province this turn and a province next turn as Hakka. I don't know if Hakka has any Wolf Den negative points right now. Maybe spoils. No, it doesn't look like it.
Um,
There's 13 spoils left in the pile. I think that's out of 15. And Mick doesn't have any. Part of the problem is that, like, again, what I was talking about with the timing, like Hakha is not going to have any importers in play next turn. But
oh, that's exactly $8. But that's not a very impressive
no,
turn.
no, it's not. It's enough
Um,
to buy the province, but then like next turn, I mean, you can hope that somehow you draw better next turn than you did this turn, even though next turn you're going to have an extra stop card from the province and extra stop cards from the importers. So it doesn't
and
seem
a
very
bunch of
likely.
spoils that weren't played.
Well, yeah, my point is that like Hakha started this turn with fewer spoils in the deck than he has now, I believe. Has played 4 bandit camps. So like I think maybe Hakha started this turn with. Oh yeah, Hakha must have started this turn with 1 spoils in the deck, because now he has 24 points and he had 15. Get the 2 provinces got him 21. Gaining an extra spoils got him to 24. So actually, like the 2 provinces from, like if he takes province now, province next turn, that gets into 36. 3 provinces gets Mick to 38. Oh,
Yeah,
but you can't buy a
I think
province this
you
way.
go. Well, no, that's fine though, because the extra spoils should get them up to uh, a spot um where double province next turn is still possible.
Maybe 3 spoils in the
It,
deck right now.
it requires a lot of luck because you
Yeah,
only have 2 envoys.
right. And you can't buy another envoy or Hamlet. Well, I mean, you can't buy another envoy anyway, but like you can't lower, and the Mick can just win on piles. So there's not really anything of use to buy here. You could buy. Oh,
I think you can actually get exactly 1 Hamlet
Mick can also just
because
double
Mick
and build.
needs, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Mick isn't like, it's not like Mick is committed to like, I must buy 3 provinces. I'm just saying, like, what do you do as a response to that? But yeah, Mick doesn't. It is by no means required to put Hakha in a position to win. I guess the question now is, if you're Mick, do you push piles or not? Because Hakha is less able to gain 3 Hamlets and 3 envoys than he is to gain 2 provinces, because even though the cost is the same, it's a lot more buys, and that means discarding. But if you like lower those piles further in an attempt to win on piles and then you fail, like you could actually give him that option, and he is going to have a points lead if you're not at least doubling. Which, I mean, maybe Mick will double, but I think I would not. I guess I think in Mick's position, I would not lower piles. I would just take more paddocks.
Yeah, I think it's either Paddock or Temple.
Like importer right now isn't the worst idea. Mick already has 2 importers to play this turn, but I guess a third. I mean, a third would be another gain next turn. 2 is enough to gain like 2 duchies and make sure that you get points off of duchies without having to buy any. So it's still
Yeah.
probably good enough. I mean, this is very much Mick's game to lose. It's just a question of like which line minimizes your risk, I think.
Yeah, I don't think Mick is going to be able to do 3 provinces without Hakha having a decent chance at getting 2 and winning.
I don't know about decent chance, but a chance.
Yeah. I mean,
uh,
more of a chance than I would have expected with how this game has been going.
yeah, exactly. And like more of a chance than I would want to take in mixed position.
Yeah. I think with the sort of position you're in, you kind of want to play it a bit safe.
Yeah, I think so too. You put the horses into the shuffle now. How
I
many
guess
cards
that
has Mick discarded? 3 from Envoy, 2 from Hamlet, so 5. Okay, it does put the horses into the shuffle. He ended up with a lot more action. Well, I guess not a lot more, but more actions than he needed. I wonder if that means that there was some opportunity to play fewer horses.
yeah, that's I mean, it's not the worst thing to Oh, I guess you don't really wanna play the temple because
No,
it loses points,
no,
so,
you definitely don't.
um,
But you could take another temple. Well, if anything, you'd probably do that off of Importer next turn. Or not
I mean,
even. You'd
playing
probably just buy it because you can take duchies. Whatever.
playing an extra horse or 2 isn't the worst thing because in theory, you might have, like, a few more horses in your hand to top deck anyways, but it's probably not perfect play.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at the time, the like that first Hamlet discard was necessary to enable the envoy. So I guess there probably wasn't really. It's just that that he found his bandit camps later in the turn. Like multiple of them were discarded by envoys and such.
Yeah.
Crash Copper seems fine. I mean, it seems unnecessary though, right? Like you have plenty of draw, and if you're like you double province, you have a points lead. If you double province and trash copper, you don't. Maybe. Well, of course, I guess you don't mind taking a
2
tie in mixed position
province
anyway, but
2 province, 2 duchy seems is that too conservative?
uh you know what else you could do? I can't believe I'm saying this. You could take some tide pools.
2 province, 2 tide pools.
You can take the duchies off the importers. You don't need them now, right?
Yeah, you don't need those duchies. And what? There's only gonna be 1 more turn anyways. Who cares
Right.
about
And
the
like
tide pool's downside? And you don't wanna lower the envoy pile.
right. And like the
And you need to take at least 2 tide pools for it to not lose points, so
I mean, like you probably, it's probably speaking of being overly conservative, like it's probably unnecessary. But like the what you really absolutely do not want is to dud, and it would help
yeah.
with that.
Yeah, that's the one thing you can't do next turn because the idea is to have Haka do whatever, maybe get a province or two, and then you end the game next turn.
Okay, we're just getting
Oh,
the duchies though, or at least a duchy.
two duchies and another province, I guess.
I mean,
That's actually probably worse. Yeah, that seems.
I'm a little bit confused by that. Uh,
Yeah,
I don't think there's any way for Haka to win off of it. I just don't understand why you would rather have like
that doesn't feel like the right thing to do because surely there's a way to, unless you're worried that Haka could somehow take three provinces.
yeah, you know Haka can't take 3 provinces.
Yeah, which doesn't. Yeah.
And 1 province in the deck seems preferable to 2 duchies. Like, why not just take province envoy if you're doing that? You know that
Oh,
you
this
have 2
step
importers.
one, you get your envoy. Doesn't. I don't think it helps, but
Well,
oh, it's funny because with only two envoys, you have to hope that you don't draw the envoy and instead draw it, or from the envoy, instead get it off of Bandit Camp or something. Only $6.
just like last turn, because the coppers went away. I mean, not that Haka would have been able to draw those coppers or anything, but just
Well, I think
all right.
the
Well,
game's
now
gonna end
Mick can
this
just
turn.
end it on
Yeah,
piles.
I think
Maybe that's
that's
the
safe
reason he
to
wanted the
say.
duchies. I mean, it would have been easy enough to end it on provinces if take the province instead of the duchies, but yeah, it's. I mean, it was always a very likely to be one position.
Yeah, it's all about maximizing the odds.
Hmm.
But now Haka has both envoys. If only there was one more turn.
I don't know. I don't know how much difference that would really make.
Two provinces, maybe.
Maybe. That seems optimistic. You got to get 6 spoils into play to get 2 provinces. And you have to be able to discard a card with Hamlet. So, yeah, I don't know. Make sure you keep 2 spoils in your deck for Wolf Den. Oh, look at
Oh,
that point
temple points.
optimization.
That's finesse right there.
Oh, and we frogged 2 horses. Yeah, again, you gotta optimize for that.
Oh wait, no, you.
Wait, what was the
It's fine.
problem?
No, there wasn't. There wasn't a problem.
All right. Well, uh, just 5 games, and Mick is our season 66 Dominion League champion. The 21st time Mick has won the Dominion League championship. So that's, I mean, he's not even
That's a lot.
winning a third of them. Like, come on, Mick. Get it together. Oh, and we need another
Oh,
table to
new
play the
table.
last game. Yeah. It'll only take How many more championships in a row would Mick need to win to have won a third of them?
Oh,
Like,
that's
he's at 21 out of 66 instead of 22, right? If he had one more right now, so I guess if it was
oh.
like, if he wins the next one, he'll be at more than 2/3, I guess. He needs to win 2 out of the next 3 to get to exactly 33%. Divine Wind.
Oh, that's an exciting card.
It is an exciting card. So don't get too used to the board.
Populate and divine wind down that. Yeah.
How are you going to agree to that though? Like you're going to open Mountain Shrine? Like it seems like a hard condition to fulfill. Well, we don't know if this kingdom is amazing because we don't know what the divine
we don't know.
wind will bring.
It could be really boring in just a few turns.
Yeah, it could be complete garbage. There's just no way to tell. Invest in Miser now before you lose the opportunity. Hey, I mean, there's Fountain, right?
Yeah,
value.
It keeps the copper. Yeah, there's so much value. Miser's viable. Finally.
This Divine Wind is going to go off real soon. What can anybody get value out of the current board other than Mountain Shrine? That's the question. Blessed Village.
Not
and a
Miser.
galley. We always play all 6 of the games in the championship. I say we as if I have ever played in the championship, but like that is how it works.
Because it's more fun to have more Dominion games.
Yeah, it's a spec oriented consideration. It's for you, the people. Yeah, we should really since more Dominion equals more fun. Really, we should change it to be a 12-game match.
Oh, that's even better. It's a great idea. I'm sure both of these players would be really excited to hear about that.
All right. So each of them got the opportunity to pick up a Blessed Village. If Hakha wants anything else from this kingdom, he will have to choose not to play this Mountain Shrine.
This is a very difficult decision.
Very difficult. I mean, he could have gotten a Border Village.
Whoa! The new board is here.
It is.
With swap in it. Does that... You can't return it to its pile.
You cannot return... And
so
swap
just
surely says... Yeah, okay. Well, you cannot, like, fail to swap a card in order to gain another card.
Yeah, so... Swap requires investing into this new board.
Garrison. Imagine. Well, actually, somebody could play an Overlord as Tent. That could happen. I mean,
Overlord's usually pretty good.
I think I would take an Overlord here. You've got 6, right? And it's like, yeah. Now, as Mick, maybe I would take a Witch's Hut.
Yeah, I guess how many villages? Just one?
Johns, that sounds amazing.
Keep recharging back to 5? Yes, that's a great idea. I don't know if the servers could handle that.
You just like can never like pile the kingdom. You have to end it on provinces or colonies. It's a brand new one every time. Eventually, you just run out of like piles, right? You just like cycle through so many times. You like we don't have any new and new cards to put in. We've already gone through all 400 and whatever.
They could also make a divine wind, but for the basic treasure piles and the basic green piles.
Duchy just gets replaced by like an action card.
Oh no, I was just thinking any of the other green cards, like it could be
Fairgrounds.
Yeah, it could be Fairground,
like, Island, Colony.
Yeah, and it has to, and it's just random what order they're placed in, so you could have Colony at the bottom. You just placed by two. That would be a tragic. That would just be the worst.
Amazing. All right, so what is Hakha considering here? I think I would just play this Overlord as Witch's Hut, draw me some cards.
Yeah, that seems like a good idea. I mean, how many? It's hard for me to keep track of how many cards they have because I can't reference the piles anymore.
Right. Okay, apparently
there's no Witch's Hut happening.
Maybe Hakka's gonna go Merchant Guild or something here? Or Tent.
Tent, yeah, Tent.
Play
to
tent,
switch to
rotate,
Garrison
and buy a Garrison.
Yeah. We're gonna go for a Garrison based strategy.
Yes. Alright, let's go. Oh, Hakka did get a border village. Wait, when did that happen? I missed it. Too busy talking about inane
the turn
nonsense.
before the Divine Wind.
Turn 5.
It was border village gain rogue with it.
Yeah, the fact that the log doesn't even tell you the Divine Wind happened is
no explanation. There's just completely different piles now.
Yeah. You need to get to know, like, you can't like look back to the log and tell what piles there were except by like seeing like what stuff was gained. Ridiculous. Somebody needs to populate for the log integrity. Ooh, Mick can't afford a Garrison.
Well, that's okay. Overlord's also a Garrison.
And that's true.
At least for now.
Well, yeah.
Well, actually,
really.
forever because nobody got a tent, so it's just going to be stuck at Garrison until all the Garrisons are gone.
All the Garrisons. You could do something fun here if Hakka had another action card, like where you Mountain Shrine, trash an action, draw cards, and then regain it with Rogue. Which is why, like, getting the Rogue before the Divine Wind is actually pretty cool because of the Mountain Shrine interaction. Like, you can make it so that your Mountain Shrines draw, but your opponents don't.
Ooh, that's sneaky.
I mean, if enough actions get trashed, then that doesn't continue to work, but hey.
You can swap Garrison for something, play Overlord as Garrison, and swap something back for Garrison.
Yeah, that is also true.
Rogue hit an action? No.
Alright. Maybe this is just going to be another Overlord, because, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's... it's hard to feel good about just buying a Garrison there when you have 7 coins.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I wouldn't have. The Overlord's still valuable for sure, like having the flexibility between Merchant Guild swap, Witch's Hut, even if none of the fort stuff is relevant. I mean, even village. I guess I wouldn't totally rule out that at some point somebody just like plays it as chapel either. It's like, oh, I just drew a bunch of copper. Let's just trash it all. Probably not. Like 2 mountain shrines should be good enough there, but
I mean, having the action cards in the trash doesn't really matter when you're just drawing your whole deck with Garrison Populate.
True. You have to hit populate first, though. Garrison Overlord?
Oh?
I don't know about the Overlord. Like, it does
Yeah,
make it
that
hard
puts
to
you into
populate,
enough debt that is...
but it does give you an extra coffer. Ooh, the chapel. Maybe that's what
well,
we're
you
going to
know,
trash
the
with the
chapel is
mountain
one of the
shrine.
most powerful cards.
Well, the real issue is that you're going to trash that with Mountain Shrine, and then Hakha can't get that out of the trash with Rogue, so the Mountain Shrines stay active. It's the counterplay.
That's genius. That might actually have been part of the idea.
I think it might have. Like, in addition, it's like it's a target for that, and then it's also like, oh, you get a coffer too.
Oh, for swapping. Oh, yeah, you can swap it into a Garrison.
Don't be ridiculous, Johns. It's clearly for trashing.
See,
Let's go!
Oh, vindicated.
Amazing.
I think that's 7. Yeah, that's enough for populate. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, let's go. We're gonna populate. We're gonna draw that deck that we've already drawn, but we're gonna draw it better.
Draw it like really fast now.
Boom. All the did we play?
All the gold getting exiled.
Wait, did we play? Oh, you didn't get to play a merchant guild. Oh, that would have been truly epic. Sadly, not. Well, whatever. It'll happen. I don't know if I've actually had the opportunity to do that before. Populate with merchant guild in play.
Yeah, that's gonna get a lot of money really fast.
Yeah, he will. It's go- we thought that Hakha was ahead because of the having the first garrison and having the Mountain Shrine Rogue Wombo combo, but no.
But yeah, it's the entire match has been turned on its head. What a development!
Hakha could also populate here though, and do so with one Overlord as Merchant Guild in play. So the problem is no garrison. Oh,
there's the garrison.
Right, but then you can't. Oh, you can't play both the
Overlord as the Merchant Guild.
You gotta play Overlord as Village to play the garrison, which is probably more important.
Is there another village down there you could swap to? You could swap the rogue to a village, and then
you can't swap the rogue.
Then you don't. Yeah, you can't. Oh yeah, you can't swap the rogue. Oh, I forgot about that.
You can swap the garrison, but
you don't want to do that.
It would depend on what card is down there. Probably Hillfort. Oh, there was a Blessed Village down there, which we couldn't have swapped. Okay. Ha! Take that, dungeon. Man.
This is such a great kingdom to be the last match. It's so silly.
Yes. Time to give out curses.
Oh.
We got a witch's hut.
This would make a good anime episode. Just dramatically announcing that you've activated Divine Wind, and then all of these virtual cards uh just get blown to the side, and just
Can you
Roman guy and some merchants pop in.
Johns, why can't you get enough actions like with the swap? I mean, you can't do a whole lot else. Like you could, but if you want to, I think you can play like Garrison and 3 Merchant Guilds. If you like swap Chapel or whatever to Merchant Guild, and then you can, yeah, you don't get to do other stuff. But if you play Garrison, 3 Merchant Guilds, and you populate again, you're gonna have a ton of draw and a ton of money, and like I think you, I guess, I don't know, maybe you only play 2 Merchant Guilds so that you can do something else.
Or not cursing.
Yeah, no, I like looking at the terminal situation. It probably, I mean, you don't really need the draw, and you probably just want to.
Yeah, probably just want to play as many Merchant Guilds as you can.
Well, and you also like getting, you can charge up the Garrison further by like doing
Swapping a bunch.
swap into swap into swap, or whatever kind of stuff.
Oh wait, that puts it at the exiles. That's great.
Yeah, I was not expecting that, but the only thing now is, I guess you're swapping back out of a swap.
Yeah.
Yeah, swap to Merchant Guild. So it's like you get all these different actions, and then you like condense them all, like using swap into like the ones you actually want. Which was, I mean, I guess that's obvious, but okay, we did get 3 Merchant Guilds into play.
Oh, and you can buy the coppers for Fountain. And it gives you so many coffers.
That's true. Oh man, you absolutely should do that. Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh, 37 coffers. This is great.
And you have so much draw with the Garrison. Oh my god. Oh man. Incredible. What a game.
This is peak Dominion.
It really is. It really is. So does, I wonder if Mick has a line to win on the next turn or not. Like, I'm not sure that there's enough gains. Mick can 10 pile. Can he? I mean, I understand what you're getting at, but like, well, first of all, tools aren't going to get lowered, so.
Oh. But
9 pile.
the curse pile could be the 10th one. Or the coppers.
You get enough, do you have enough buys, though?
No,
right?
You can't get enough buys.
Yeah, that's the issue. I don't know that. I mean, obviously, Mick is going to be able to populate at least like 4 times if he wants to, but.
Oh.
Well, actually, maybe that'll be enough.
Oh.
If Hakha lowers swaps as well.
Could this be? Swap can,
there you go,
really lower piles quite rapidly.
Yeah. This looks, I mean, I don't know what else Hakha is supposed to do, to be fair, but this does look dangerous.
Playing with fire. Speed trading.
I think like you just need to do it. It's just the problem is just that Mick got to the like got to hit the explosion first, essentially.
swap to um
There's no sense in worrying about like lowering those 3 piles even further, right? Like unless you're going to put one of them back, which I guess you could do. You could return an overlord for a merchant guild. I think Mick will probably
you can
be
play
able to buy
the
5
overlord.
populates though. Sorry, what?
I'm just thinking about if there's some convoluted way to end the game,
Oh.
but I don't know if
I
it would have to come through swap things with like Overlord and stuff, and I don't know if
yeah, yeah, it's a
oh, that's another card. Rogue is a
yeah, it's
gainer
also
in this.
terminal space, but
Whatever.
you're gonna gain another hill
It's
fort here.
fancy. I think one of the overlords would get played as a swap or something.
Hill fort is nice to you. You get to gain the card before you draw, which means that if you gain the hill fort in this case, and then you take the card action, you draw the card. I don't think I've ever actually had that come up before, but it's like a lot of cards like that don't work that way, and you end up wasting the draw. Anyway, okay, there it is. I still don't see how Hakha can get enough stuff. You can hill fort for another village. And you have a bunch of villages, but like, and you can overlord swap this dungeon.
Yeah.
Then what?
Yeah, I mean, I'm only seeing 3, or only seeing 2 piles that
Yeah.
could realistically be drained.
Right. Yeah, this just doesn't.
But populate does give points because of stronghold.
That's true.
And a province and coppers.
Yeah, but not enough to hit the fountain.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's probably a win here for Mick.
I think that is a triumph. I think it's nearly certain that Mick has a win. Like, surely Mick can get enough coppers for fountain, right? So like he doesn't even need a province or whatever.
I guess the thing is, like, how many villages does Mick have for getting
I don't know,
buys?
but he doesn't need to play very many terminals. He just needs to swap into like the relevant action cards, right? It's like gain a swap or an overlord. Well, no, you can't gain an overlord, but gain more swaps.
And there's
also these
certainly
camel
enough
trains.
buys in here.
You can use the camel trains to lower overlords.
Yeah, you don't need to populate to end the game.
Another swap, another merchant guild. I guess either way works.
Seven provinces? That seems a bit ambitious.
It does. I don't think he's going for it. Oh wait, I forgot he didn't even need to empty the overlords.
Yeah. 6 provinces, close enough.
Didn't even get fountain points. Like, come on, Nick.
Yeah, that's just so disappointing. Spend all those buys on fountain points instead.
Well played to Mick. And I mean, I know that it was a lopsided result, but I do not by any means think that Hakha played badly. Like, we identified, like, I don't know, like 2 specific instances where we thought Hakha made a mistake, but basically, like, I don't otherwise think that, you know,
Yeah, I think that we're both playing really well.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't feel, I don't feel comfortable saying like, oh, Mick didn't outplay Hakha. It's just luck of the draw or whatever. But I also don't feel confident saying Mick did outplay Hakha, and it wasn't because of luck of the draw. I don't really have a strong opinion on that either way. I think they both played well, and those were some really fun.
No, we gotta build some narrative that it was all luck, and Hakka's gonna come back for revenge next season.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, Hakha has been pretty much of a mainstay in A for a while now, and I wouldn't surprise me at all if he did. Let's see. Yeah, Hakha has been in A. Well, I don't know if he took a break, but 66. Okay, he did take a break. He just came back from a break, actually. Like season 66, and then 63, 62, 61, 60, 59, 58, 57, 56. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 9 straight seasons in A. And in that time has played in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 championships and won 2 of them. So that's pretty friggin' good. Pretty friggin' good. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in order to stay in A consistently, you're gonna be pretty good at Dominion.
Yeah, I would say so. I would say so. Yeah. So congratulations to Mick, and congratulations also to Hakha on a well played season and an impressive season. And of course, Mick with the 21 championships, also pretty impressive.
Do the fireworks and confetti. Congratulations.
Yes, and thank you for joining me on commentary.
Yeah, that was fun.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. And until next time.